Alright, we are asked to graph this function on the interval. Pretty much this is the x values and here's the y values. We need to set up chain a lot in the calculator. So first, it has to be in the radian mode. So I will go to mode and select radian. So it is in radian. So it is good. I will quick. Second, we change the windows into x and y in this interval. So we hit window, go from 0 to 2. The 0.5 is the increment, the scale. So we will mark every 0.5 unit. Right. Y will go from 0 to 100. And the scale, it will mark 10 units. Right. So we have that. Next, we enter the function. We enter exactly like it is. So we have 4 times, we use alpha y equal to get a fraction. 1 divided by 3 tangent theta. I use x instead of theta. Oh, I forgot the 1 minus. So 1 minus that. Wait. 1 subtract. Right. And then plus 1 alpha y equal to. If you don't have the alpha and y equal to, and it did not pop up the menu like this, just divide. I just use like divided by sine of x. Like if you don't have the fraction, you can just enter like that. And you hit graph, and you should have the graph like that was supposed to get. Right. Now we just need to find the minimum. The minimum of this function, it will look like it is somewhere in here. We don't know. The calculator will do. Will find the minimum for us numerically. So it's not exact values, but approximately. So we will hit second, calculate. Option number 3 will be the minimum. So we hit 3. Right. Have to indicate the left bound. So I will go to the left. Let's say we try to find the minimum from this point on the left. I will hit enter to denote for the left bound, and I'll go all the way to the other side for the right bound. Keep going. Right. So look for around this point, and I'll hit enter. So we'll find the minimum within this range of x. So go from this point to that point. The calculator will guess a solution from there to there. So we hit enter, and it will jump right into the minimum. It is 1.23096117, something like this value. Right. The question, so that is in radian. We just need to change this to degree. Don't worry, the x values there is going to store into this x values. So I just hit second mode. When you hit x, that is the values for the minimum. We just need to change this to radian. So I will multiply by, I'm sorry, change back to degree. So multiply by 180 and divide it by pi, and you have 7 3.5 like the answer is supposed to get. Right. Show a few things here. We hit the windows. We change the values here for the correct window that we want to. Make sure it is in degree mode or the radian mode. Where we graph, so hit mode. It has to be in the radian or degree. Have to be the mode that we want. Second mode to quick. And then windows again. We change the values for x and y and the scale. And we just graph and then find the minimum. Right. I'll do that quickly one more time. Y equal to, enter the function. Second, calculate. Option number 3, minimum. Choose the left bound, choose the right bound, hit enter, and we have the solution. And when we are done, to get back to the normal windows, we hit zoom number 6, and that will give us back to the standard windows. Of course, that will graph a bunch of different function. On this one, we only need to graph from 0 to 2, like the multiple choice option that we have. So we have x. Once we have the theta, the angle, you can find the x, and then you can find the time. But I think that's the problem with this video. Just cover the problem in the calculator. I hope it helps.